A long time ago, there was a man who had two wives. They were not good women and did not look after their home nor try to keep things comfortable. When the man came home at night, hungry and tired after his hunting, he had no food, for these women would be away from the lodge, visiting their relations and having a good time. The man thought that if he moved away from the big camp and lived alone where there would be no other people, perhaps he might teach these women to become good. So he moved his lodge far off the prairie and camped at the foot of the high mountain. On top of the hill, there was a buffalo skull on which he used to sit. One day, one of the women said to the other, "It is very lonely here. We have no one to talk to or anyone to visit." "Let us kill our husband," said the other. "Then we can go back to our relations and have a good time." Early the next morning, the man set out to hunt. As soon as he was out of sight, his wives went up to the top of the mountain where he used to sit. There, they dug a deep hole and covered it with light sticks, grass, and earth so that it looked like the other soil nearby. They then placed the buffalo skull on the sticks which covered the hole. In the afternoon, as they watched for their returning husband, they saw him come over the hill with meat that he had killed. When he threw the meat outside the lodge, they hurried to cook something for him. After he had eaten, he went up to the mountain and sat on the skull. The slender sticks broke and he fell into the hole. His wives were watching him, and when they saw him disappear, they took down the lodge, packed their dogs, and set out to the main camp. As they drew near it, they began to cry and mourn in order to seem genuine. People came to meet them and said, "What is this? Why are you mourning? Where is your husband?" "Ah," they replied, "he is dead. 5 days ago he went out to hunt and he did not come back. What shall we do? We have lost he who cared for us." And they cried and mourned again. Now when the man fell into the pit he was hurt, for the hole was deep. He tried to climb out, but he was so badly bruised that he could not do so. He sat there and waited, thinking that there he must surely die of hunger. Traveling over the prairie was a wolf that climbed up on the mountain. He came to the hole, and, looking in, saw the man and pitied him. He howled, and when the other wolves heard him, they all came running to see what was wrong. Following the big wolves came also many coyotes, badgers, and kit foxes. They did not know what happened, but they thought perhaps there was food here. To the others the wolf said, "Here in this hole is what I have found. Here is a man who has fallen in. Let us dig him out, and we will have him for our brother." All the wolves thought that this talk was good, and they began to dig. Before very long they had dug a hole down almost to the bottom of the pit. The wolf tore down the rest of the earth and dragged the poor man out. He was now almost dead, for he had neither eaten nor drank anything since he fell in the hole. They gave the man a kidney to eat, and when he was able to walk, the big wolves took him back to their home. Here there was a very old blind wolf who had great power and could do wonderful things. He cured the man and made his head and his hands look like those of a wolf. The rest of his body was not changed. One night, all of the wolves went down to the main camp to get meat. When they came close to it, the man wolf said to his brothers, "Stop here for a little while, and I will go down and fix the places so that you will not be caught." He went down to the pen and sprung all the snares, and then went back and called the wolves and the others. The coyotes, badgers, and kit foxes all went into the pen to feast and took meat to carry home to their families. In the morning, the people found the meat gone and all of their snares sprung. They were surprised and wondered how this could have happened. For many nights the nooses were pulled tight and the meat taken. But there was one time the wolves went there to eat, and they found only the meat of a lean and sickly bull. Then the man wolf was angry, and he cried out like a wolf. When the people heard this, they said to one another, "Ah, it is the man wolf who has done all this. We must catch him." So they took down the dry meat and placed it while many of them hid close by. After dark, the wolves came, and when the man wolf saw the good food, he ran to it and began to eat. The people then rushed upon him from every side and caught him with ropes. They tied him, took him to a lodge, and when they brought him inside into the light of the fire, at once they knew who it was. They said, "Why, this is the man who we lost." "No," said the man, "I was not lost. My wives tried to kill me. They dug a deep hole and I fell into it, and I was hurt so badly I could not get out. But the wolves took pity on me and helped me. If they hadn't helped, I would have died there." When the people heard this, they were angry, and they told the man to do something to punish these women. "You say well," he replied. "I give those women to the punishing society. They know what to do." After that night, The two women were never seen again.